Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Stampin' with No. If this is your first time tuning in, welcome. My name is Teresa and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I know I've been MIA for several weeks. I was sick with allergies to the point where it was really impossible for me to do any videos. So this is kind of my first week back, trying to get into the groove, so hopefully I will not have a coughing spell, and if I do, I'll be editing that portion out. So before we get started, I've got some wonderful news for the month of April. Let me start with the Stampin' Up! News. If you're not aware, starting 15 April, Stampin' Up's going to be having a new Stampin' Rewards program. They're going to be doing away with the, I'm going to say, old host codes. I'm sad about it. It's been around. It's kind of part of their staple. That's kind of how Stampin' Up! Was founded, was using those host codes and stuff and getting gatherings in person. But anyways, so they've done a new and improved, and I think you guys are going to like it better. You know, everything happens, when there's change and all that stuff. It's a little bit of a growing pain, but I think in the long run, I think you guys are going to like it better than the host codes. So what is that? So starting 15 April, I would say 16 April, there's a reason why I'm going to say that, is for every $20 that you order, you're going to get 10% back. And that's going to be part of your rewards dollars. And you don't have to redeem it right away. You'll have a year. Actually, you'll have just a little over a year. The way it works, like for example, if you place an order this month, like 16 April, you place an order, you will have until 30 April of next year to redeem those dollars. So, it's a year plus a few days, depending on when you order it. I hope that makes sense. Now, with the implementation of that new program, 15 April, Stampin' Up's website's not going to be available, so I would steer away from it. They anticipate 6 hours, which, you never know when you're dealing with software and all that stuff. So, personal opinion, I would just stay away from 15 April completely. Starting 16 April, you guys placing orders and whatnot, your Stampin' Rewards should show up and it'll help keep track for you. And that also applies, if you end up ordering kits, paper pumpkin, that all applies to the new Stampin' Rewards. So that's kind of an awesome thing. All right. To me, the most important thing is my birthday's in April. Not that that's the most important thing, but what I want to do. I want to celebrate my birthday. We don't typically celebrate other than, for the grandkids, but I wanted to do something special for everyone out there. So I decided I'm going to celebrate my birthday pretty much all month long. I'm just going to stretch it out. So what does that mean? I want to give you guys things, product, whatnot, kits for placing an order with me. So place that minimum order of $45 before tax and shipping by 26 April. The 26 April is because of my card class to go deadline. So what do you get with that? You'll get, of course, my free card class to go, which includes 6 kits, 2 of each design. Now, I don't have it done completely, or else I'd give you a sneak peek. But it's going to be kind of a fun fold. Not difficult at all. It looks complicated, but it's really not. And then any cards that I post during April, you're going to get a kit. And this video, this is one of the kits that you're going to be getting. And then, of course, a pack of embellishments. I got to throw in some embellishments. All right. But if you happen to exceed $100 before tax and shipping, not only will you get everything I just mentioned, but I will also give you a silicone craft sheet, which to me, it's part of your staple toolbox for crafting. Okay, so happy birthday to all of you guys on my behalf, and I hope you guys take advantage of it. So with the kit today that you would be getting by placing an order is this card, and It is actually from the Fancy Borders. It's an online. And, you know, I tend to buy bundles because you get a 10% savings. And I like matchy-matchy. I like things that coordinate. It just takes the thought process out of it. All you got to decide is what color. And a lot of times Stampin' Up! Kind of helps you with that, right? All right, so with this, your bundle is the stamp set and then the dies, which are different borders. Now, I die cut them out because, you know, sometimes it's hard to see how they actually look. So here they are. This is just something I do with my stash. I put it in this so that when I pull it out, I don't have to think too long about which edge border that I want. So the one we're going to be using today is actually this, and it coordinates really well with the outline of this. Now, again, you know, if you don't like this, that's fine. I would definitely consider just getting the die itself if you want. But hey, go ahead and get both and you save 10%, right? All right, so this one, the leaf in the hearts, this is how it cuts out, and which is really cool because you can put a different color underneath it. You can also use it to stencil. That would really be awesome. And then, or any of the DSP would probably, you know, small print, you could probably tell the difference. So I think that's kind of a cool layout. But I wanted to show you what we're using today, if you're interested in that. So let me bring my stuff over. Now, with this kit, I am using the 24 to 26 in colors. So depending on which color I pull out, you know, you're going to get one of the in colors. I can't remember what this one's called. Peach Pie is this one. And then I decided to go ahead and do one in Petunia Pop. I'm really thinking about all of my colors here. Hopefully I don't mess up. You'll get, I have an extra piece, so you'll get that for your envelope because, you know, we got to decorate. All right, so let's start with some stamping. I want to do the stamping first and get that out of the way because I think that's going to be really important. So what we're going to do is stamp this here. Now, you know, in the future, if for some reason you don't want the stamp set, but you actually want the dies, it will look great by itself. You can add other stamps to it, you know, flowers or what have you that you have on stash. It doesn't necessarily require you to use the borders with this stamp set, but it just looks so pretty. That's what I always say. All right, Petunia Pop. A reminder, this is a long stamp, and I think you guys have seen me in the past. Let me bring this over, put this in the light, in the view. Instead of stamping like this, you know, trying to make sure that you got the image inked up. I'm going to put it here. Oh, make a loud noise. Stamp like this. I'm going to move it off because I don't want to get it on my paper. So you just ink it up. Upside down, I guess, is the best way to say it. Now, my Petunia Pop, I don't know about you guys, but my Petunia Pop was really juicy that I had to take paper towel and I had to dab some of it off. I hated doing that, but it was just too much ink. And I was not happy with the way it was stamping. All right, so I'm going to line up. I got ink right there, so hang on, guys. There we go. So this is the center, this little notch right here, and then there's two little leaves that come together. That's what I'm going to line up, and I still have ink on that. All right, I think we got it. I think I'm good to go. All right, so I'm going to line it up. Sorry, guys, I got to bring it down just a little bit. Line it up. Try to keep everything even, and then just push down. That's a little blotchy, but that's okay. I did not like that one. But I don't have another one to show you, so, but that's okay. So, apparently, that's all right. I'm going to work with it. Afterwards, I might just do another one. Who knows? All right. Still going to stamp. I'm going to bring my piercing mat back over. My little label. This one I did a little hello with a lot of love. But this one I decided to do, where is my piece? Here we go. Just because. And I may still use this card. You know, I'm particular, but people getting cards, they don't always know, right? They can't tell that you made a mistake, only if you point it out. So we'll see how it goes. So I'm going to use Just Because. Nice even press. There we go. Now see, that's stamped really well. I don't know. Maybe it was the stamp itself and not the ink. Who knows? But it'll work. I'm going to make it work. All right, we're done with that. Done with the piercing mat. All right, so let's do some assembly. All right, I'm using glue. You guys know I'm glue girl. Use any kind of adhesive you like. And this border, I forget, Pretty in Pink, I think is the color. Yeah, Pretty in Pink. The way it's going to work, this piece is going to be longer than the actual card base. And that is to help you guys move it around to center it. Again, I'm centering that notch. I think you guys can see it. That notch right there is what I'm using to center. And you just put it wherever you want. Now, I want about that much border. Now, what I've decided is the DSP is going to be the entire width of the card base. So all of this is going to be covered. So if you don't like it like that, you want a larger border, just move it out and it's going to be hidden. This side will be hidden. So you got nothing to worry about. All right, so I'm going to go ahead. I got to turn it this way to line it up. So I'm going to line it up. I'm bumping it all the way up against, making sure everything's good. Get my let me get my glue ready. I forgot to check it before I turn the video on, so hopefully it's okay. I'm going to flip open the card base part and just add some glue. Try not to make this move, and I just moved it. Don't do what I did. Do as I say, not as I do. Isn't that what it is? Just add some glue, however you want, or adhesive, whatever adhesive you want. Good press. Should not be using my fingers. All right, there we go. Now, what we want to do is just trim the edges off. You can do it before or after. I just assume do it before adding that DSP. And I'm just going to go right straight. There we go. Flip it. And then this way. And you know, with me being sick, I didn't do anything. And it was like, oh my gosh, I forget how to do things. It was crazy. And then my husband got the flu. I don't know if I mentioned that before. My husband had the flu, so I was chasing him with sanitizer stuff. It was terrible. All right, so the inside, I'm sorry, not the inside. The DSP that goes on the outside. The inside part, this is where you have to decide if you want the ribbon around the DSP part or if you want it around here so that the DSP hides the ribbon. I like the ribbon shown. I think it just adds something to it, so I'm going to follow it the same way. But you guys do, you know, however you want. So this is perfect size. I would verify before you glue. Just line it up just to make sure that everything lines up. If anything, I doubt very much it's going to be short. If anything, it might stick out a little bit to where you might have to do some trimming. All right, so that looks like it's all lined up, and I'm going to use that side, I decided. And again, same way I did the petunia pop, just open it up, try not to make this move, and then just go ahead and glue it down with whatever adhesive you like to use. And then press. There we go. Is that not pretty? Open it up. Now we're going to do the ribbon. This is going to be fun. I don't think I need glue anymore, so let me close that up. This is going to be fun because I'm doing this on camera. So I'm going to do it, make sure it's flat. And all right, we're going to try it and see. Hopefully I don't have to edit this part out. All right, just tie. And I decided to tie a knot. I think the bow, because of this ribbons, you know, is a little bit wider. Sometimes it gets a little bulky, and I don't like that. All right, going in. Yay, it worked. Here we go. And trim the edges. Let me get my ribbon snips. A bit like that, I think, would work. Here we go. All right. Oh, I was getting ready to say, and that's it, but that's not it. I got to put this on. So I'm going to pop it up. This one I did at the top. I think this one I'm going to do at the bottom. And just angle it. You don't have to. I just like angling it. I don't know why I do that a lot. And my small, I'm going to pop it up. Give it, I think just 2-dimensional should be more than enough. Peel that off. And see if I can, oh yeah, this, yeah, I like this at the bottom better. Line that up. There we go. All right. And, oh, envelope. I can't say, and there you go. So I'm completely done. Bring my silicone mat. I like using this because, you know, when you're on glass mats, things slide. It's just another good reason to use that. So let's see here. Get my Stampin' Seal for my Stampin' Seal customers. Get that going. And let's see. And if you use this, remember that, you know, before you lift it up, if you twist it, you won't get the streaks. You know, you get the streaky adhesive. All right, so this is a perfect fit. I don't have to trim the bottom, which that just happened to turn out that way. That definitely was not intentional. So all I got to do is trim off the sides. And I think I can do that with no problem. Maybe. There we go. A little piece there. So just slightly rounded ends. And my dog is right next to me. Apologize for, he's whining. It's probably time to EAT. I can't say that word. All right, guys, there we go. Super easy. It's not hard at all. It looks great. I think the border really adds to it. And placing the order through my online store will actually get you one of those kits in addition to all the other things that I previously mentioned. So I'll at least have another card to show in addition to my card class to go. There is a third one that I'm really interested in doing, and it's just a matter of timing. So you will at least get 2 of the kits, but I'm working on more. It's just timing in life. You know how life is. So thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate it, and hopefully I am back and no more allergy issues. So you guys have a wonderful day, and as always, happy stamping. Take care.